Hey guys, welcome back to another Library of Orthonc LOTR TCG video. Today I want to show you something, just a little quick video on the game aids that I use to play LOTR TCG. Some of these are for fun, some of these I think actually will help your gaming experience, but especially for newer players, just wanted to show you how what I bring to the game to help make the experience more tactile, more fun, more immersive. So first off, let me just kind of show you how I would do a starting fellowship. So what I'm going to do is all my decks have black sleeves, so the regular starting fellowship is just going to be in those black sleeves, but I am going to have Ring Bearer and One Ring utilizing gold sleeves, again just for differentiation. So this deck is just a Hunter's Block deck, but just wanted to show this for demonstration. So you've got the Ring and Gimli the Ring Bearer in those different colored sleeves. That really helps when cleaning up, setting up, all of that. And then for our fellowship, I just wanted to show this cool 3 Hunters deck. But basically here's our starting fellowship. So not going to really do anything with that, but just wanted to show the differentiation in the sleeves there. So then the final thing that I do a little bit differently relative to sleeving is, like I said, my deck's going to be all black, but my sight path is actually going to be all gray. Again, just so you have a very different backing, and so that your sight cards don't get confused or mixed in with your deck. So let me just take those aside. So then, just relative to Ring Bearer, One Ring, wanted to show you a couple things here. So I use this Ultra Pro box, nothing special, but just a storage thing. So this has all my tokens and sight path markers and whatnot. So nice handy little tool, but you can use whatever. But I'm going to show you next my tokens, what I got going on there. So set this off to the side. So anytime I'm playing, wound-wise, I love the glass stones, and they're showing up a little dark on camera, but these in person, they're very see-through, clear, kind of that blood feel to it, just the same as the vitality marker here. So that's what I'm always going to be using for wounds. And then for burdens, I've got solid black. So again, how I'm typically going to do this, just to avoid any kind of confusion, is we're going to go wounds on the Ring Bearer, burdens on the Ring, just to make sure that it's very clear that the two don't mix. Like I said, on camera they may look a little similar. In person you can tell easily that these are clear, but still helps to keep those separate, just for when you're trying to look across the table and see what's going on for wounds versus burdens. Very helpful to have those differentiating tokens. The final thing I like to do, and again, this is by no means necessary, but when you use the ability that says while you're wearing the One Ring, because I've got the burdens and the wounds separate, the last thing I want to do is be like, okay, I'm wearing this ring now, and jam my tokens together. So I just have a token game aid to show that I'm wearing the One Ring. So I will just put the ring. I'm sorry, that's actually my ring. This One Ring is actually from a Risk game, and so it's a bit beat up, but I use that to show that the Ring Bearer is wearing the One Ring. So I find that to be a cool game aid as well, but again, mostly for fun on that one. So that's what we've got there for game aids. But the last thing I want to show you then, as far as the setup goes, is my sight path. So I'm just going to slide our Ring Bearer off to the side here. So this is something I recently made actually from the playmat, but basically this is especially important if you're playing shadows. Just a little sight path showing 1, 2, 3, showing the sanctuary in gray, all of that. This thing here unfolds as all 9 sights. But just to kind of show you the idea here, basically with the sight path, what I wanted to show you really is the sight path markers. So, and again, this is largely for flavor, but I find it to be fantastic when you're playing the game. So what I use are Heroclix they're by no means the greatest miniatures, but they do the job. And so typically I'm going to just be using a Frodo. Got a couple different versions of those, one with Sting, one without. So that's if Frodo's your ring bearer. If you're running with Smeagol, you can have one with him attached to you too. And then if you get Sam as your alternate ring bearer, if he takes over some point in the game, we got a Sam here as well. So so those are the Hobbit ring bearers. And also I'm big on the alternate ring bearers. So if, like we just saw over here with our Gimli, we do have a Gimli ring bearer. And some of our Gondor men here, we've got Boromir and Isildur. Again, use what you like, guys, but I find these to be super fun just to have on the site path, again, just to differentiate what deck you're playing versus your opponent. And we've got here Galadriel. So, like I said, those are just Heroclix. They're super cheap, easy to pick up. And they've got a nice wide base, too, so they're not going to fall over and cause any problems when you're using them as site markers. So obviously you ignore all the stats on the feet or whatnot, but I haven't done anything to try to cover that up or anything. I'm fine with it. So that's kind of what I got going on. Last thing here, just the playmat. I can put a link into the description below. This was recommended to me by someone in the group and on Facebook, and I love it. I've got two of these. I got one for my side of the table and then one for my opponent's side of the table too, but it's really creates a nice atmosphere, but also is very subdued and doesn't interfere with the playing. So that's what I like too. I don't like there to be too much color splash or anything like that in the playmat, because especially when you're throwing around all the tokens. Oh, and that's the one token I didn't show you was for Twilight. I use these little bit smaller, just clear glass bead tokens, and that way you can just slide, as you're paying the costs and have your Twilight pool. So you don't want to have too much color splash, especially when you're playing with all these tokens and whatnot, as is required in this game. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little quick video just showing you what I use for game aids. Interested to hear if anyone else has any other suggestions about what they use. But like I said, part of this game I think has a great, fantastic flavor to it. And so being able to use some game components that help enhance that flavor is something that I'm really big on, and hopefully you enjoy as well. Thanks, everyone.